Hi everybody, welcome back to Hive Reads. I'm going to continue our reading of the short story from Unbroken. So this is a collection of 13 stories starring disabled teens. This collection is edited by Marieke Nijkamp, and the story we're reading is called A Curse of Kindness by Corinne Duyvis. So far in the story, Mia has gotten 3 wishes from Sienna because Mia was kind to Sienna. So Sienna has to repay that kindness with 3 wishes. Mia has only used 1 of her wishes so far, and she's stalling a little bit on the second and third wish. She wants to take her time and make sure she wishes appropriately. And Sienna is rushing her along and is trying to just get this over with. Sienna kind of thinks, if I can get these wishes done, maybe this curse of having to grant people these wishes, maybe she'll, satisfy the curse. At the same time, they're also developing a friendship. Since Sienna is badgering Mia for the rest of her wishes, they're hanging out quite often. So there is a friendship developing there, but at the same time, Sienna's ready to be done. So we are at the point where Sienna's been asking, what's your next wish? What's your next wish? Do you want this? Do you want this? And Mia says, I'm almost there. Let me think about it a little bit more. Okay. That night is the first night Mia calls for Sienna. She materializes in the dark of Mia's bedroom. The moonlight slants through the window, turning the blue tones of the room cool and gray. It worked, Mia says. I told you it would. Sienna stands near the door, hands in the pockets of her scuffed zip-up hoodie. I was wondering. Mia sits on the bed in drawstring shorts and a baggy low-cut top. I can't wish that you never met the old man, can I? Did you watch Wishmaster or something? No, I can't change history. Her lips quirk up. I can't straight up wish for you to be free either, Aladdin style. My parents already tried that. Sienna smiles. What about seeing the old man again? Making him lift your curse? I know you talk about free will, but this could just be a little nudge. My parents tried that too. It didn't work. He never showed. If that was all Mia wanted to ask, Sienna should probably leave. But the way Mia is sitting there on the bed, she looks so defeated, all hunched and unsure. Alone. Maybe Sienna could stay for a little bit. She's tempted to go for the desk chair, which has become her permanent perch whenever she's visiting. At first, she'd chosen it because she wanted to keep her distance from Mia. And then she'd chosen the chair because she didn't want to keep her distance anymore, but she knew she ought to. Before she can change her mind, Sienna bypasses the desk chair. She wrestles away the discomfort that needles her the second she steps into new territory around Mia's bed. She kicks off her shoes, unzips her hoodie, and climbs onto the mattress beside Mia. So, did you finish studying for that econ test you were so worried about? Sienna draws up her legs and tries to sound casual, like her heart isn't thudding from making this decision, like she's not feeling sudden goosebumps prick against her clothes, like this is a normal thing, talking about homework in the middle of the night, side by side, on Mia's bed. No, Mia admits, I got distracted by the new Ace Attorney game. 2 manga titles lie in the sheets by Sienna's side. A folded flyer acts as a bookmark, sticking out from the pages of one book. She flicks at the corner with her thumbnail, flick, 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 and wonders whether her voice sounds as unsteady as she feels. Ace Attorney, there's another wish for the list. You could get any future games in the series early. Even Pokemon ones. There wouldn't be any fan databases or walkthroughs online yet. How am I supposed to choose a starter without knowing what it'll evolve into? Mia keeps her laugh soft, probably so she won't wake her brother, who's in the next room. I don't even have a clue what that means. Sienna still plays with the flyer. It helps her think. Otherwise, she might focus on the coolness of Mia's silky sheets, or the manga title poking her leg, or the rhythm of Mia's breathing right beside her. Which, the moment Sienna stops flicking the paper, will be the only sound whispering into the quiet of the night. Sienna nods at Mia's notebook on her nightstand, the one she's been writing wish ideas into. Another option. Want to meet a boyfriend who actually knows something about Pokemon so you could discuss that? I don't want a boyfriend, Mia says. Fair enough. What about... Sienna's mind searches for any other wish and comes up blank. Sienna meant what she told Mia in the cloakroom earlier that day. She likes having a break. She doesn't mind if Mia takes a while to come up with her wishes. In the back of her mind, though, she's still scrambling for other suggestions to make. Mia is going to have to make the wishes at some point, and once she does, that's it. Sienna will go back to her apartment and back to avoiding contact until the next kindness bumps into her regardless. It's a life that doesn't involve Mia. It can't involve Mia because Mia is nothing but kindness, and Sienna doesn't think she could bear to see that kindness turn to greed. Mia shifts on the bed, facing Sienna. The mattress dips from their combined weight. Her knee brushes past Sienna's leg. Sienna jolts, but makes herself stay rooted to the bed. Her goosebumps were just starting to settle down, and now they rush over her skin like a waterfall. She tries to focus on the words coming from Mia's mouth. What if I never make a third wish? Sienna's hand abruptly stills, the flyer now half sticking from the book. What? You said, as long as you're indebted to me, you're free, sort of. What if you stay indebted? If I make my second wish, but never make a third wish, you wouldn't have to react to anyone else's kindnesses, right? Mia is still trying. Sienna wishes she'd stop. What if I'm close? What if only a handful of wishes away from lifting the curse? Okay, Sienna, what if you're not? You shouldn't have been cursed in the first place. You were a traumatized kid. You don't owe anyone this. But my parents tried that already, and it didn't work. They knew. They knew the third wish was still waiting for them. They cashed it in, sooner or later. They thought it would be a waste to ignore. And then they would perform another kindness right away and hold back their third wish, promising that this time it would be for good. It wouldn't be fair to either of us. As much as Sienna tries to sound casual, she knows she's losing the battle. Her voice sounds flat, even to her. You would know that you only need to snap your finger to solve any problem in your path. What if your brother goes missing, or you get some fatal illness? You'd have to ignore the solution that you know is there, or break your promise to me. And I'd just be waiting for that to happen. She pauses to squeeze back the sudden lump in her throat. Thank you for trying, though. I mean it, but it's fine. You could do a lot of good with your other wishes, whether it's for yourself or for the world. Maybe, but whoever comes after me might do a lot of bad. Mia shifts so that she's sitting on her knees. Sienna doesn't know what else to say. She knows how to avoid small kindnesses, how to keep a snarl on her face and put people off right from the start. But she has no experience fending off kindness of this magnitude. No one tries hard enough to reach this point. Somehow, Mia slipped past all her defenses. The realization leaves Sienna feeling both vulnerable and, in a strange, surprising way, grateful. She can put down her weapons. She can breathe. It's almost enough to make her forget what Mia is offering. Mia's eyes glint in the dark. My wishes just aren't worth your freedom. I want to help. Sienna looks away, at Mia's shoulder, except Mia's wearing that low-cut pajama top, and it might seem like Sienna's looking somewhere more central than her shoulder. Mia leans in, just a little. Sienna jolts as a knee presses into her side a second time. Now it doesn't seem like an accident. She looks back up. I want to... Mia seems to hesitate. Her voice is rough. Sienna's breath sticks in her throat, and she realizes what's happening. For a moment, she's frozen. She wants to scramble away from Mia, back to the desk chair, back to safety. Instead, she lets herself breathe. She leans in, trembling. The kiss is short. They knock teeth. Sienna wonders about her breath. But she can also taste Mia's mint toothpaste and her own cherry chapstick. She feels Mia's hand on hers. And after the kiss, their faces hovering inches apart, she can study Mia up close. I've never done that before, Mia says. I have. This time was better. And the second kiss is better still. This, her and Mia, it's not a smart thing to be doing. Sienna knows that. and part of her is relieved when they pull away. This needs to end. She needs to leave. She doesn't know what any of this means. She needs to... Mia whispers, "What if my second wish is to forget we ever met?" Her breath is still shallow. Her cheeks still look flushed. Sienna blinks. She must have misheard that. What? If I don't know that there's a final wish waiting for me, I won't have to face the decision over whether to use it. And you'd never have to worry that I'd break my promise. Sienna's mind tumbles over itself to try to keep up. She's still placing the kiss, still fighting the instinct to scrabble out of the room. She watches Mia helplessly. "It wouldn't work, though," Mia says. "Would it?" "I could. It might, but I don't want you to forget about me." The words sound childish. This is Mia's wish, Mia's decision. Sienna's only role is to grant it. It's not about her. It's not about... "I'd still know about the curse," she blurts out. "It might be enough to convince Mia. I'd still feel trapped, and I'd wonder whether I'd ruined my chances of really being free. It's not worth it. And I'd miss you." "What if we both forget?" Mia says softly. "You could believe you finished your wishes and the curse was lifted." Sienna falters. Her mind is spinning too much to keep arguing. She looks down, away, like it'll help her think. Her fists grip Mia's sheets. No more wishes. No more curse. She can't unscramble any words past those 6. For weeks, Sienna's instincts have yelled at her to stay away from Mia, to wrap this up fast, move one step closer to freedom. She fought those instincts, stubbornly, selfishly. It's why she stayed for dinner. It's why she went on the theater tour. It's why she and Mia are sitting here on this bed, inches away, with Mia's knee pressing into her thigh. Right now, her instincts beg her to choose freedom over Mia, and she can't keep fighting them. This close to the possibility of no more curse. She hadn't realized how badly she craved it until it came within reach. Daydreaming and hoping hurt too much. She'd pushed it away. If Sienna forgets about Mia, she won't miss her either. She nods. Before she can change her mind, she says one final quiet word. "Okay." Mia leans in, one hand on Sienna's side, and kisses her again. Briefly. Like a goodbye. Then she says the words. "I wish..." And there's nothing left for either of them to say. She yanks up her hoodie and sneaks outside before the wish takes complete effect. By the time she's halfway down the street, she straightens. She finds herself smiling. "It's over," she whispers to herself. Her memories of tonight replay in her head again and again. The old man hadn't changed a hair from when she'd last seen him all those years ago. "Hope you learned your lesson," he'd said, a wry smile on his face. "You did good." She would have spat at his feet if it wouldn't have risked another 8 years of curse. It didn't matter anyway. He could say anything he wanted to say. She's done. It's over. She hugs herself, a happy sob in her throat, and walks home alone. Okay, we're gonna pause there. Don't worry, the story's not over yet. There's a little bit more, but we will finish that up next time. All right, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye!